So as it will take some time, so in the meantime, what I can do, I can create one master image, right? So for master to create the master image, what you need first, you need one master image machine. So I already created one machine, but I'm not going to use that, right? So I'm creating new machine for you. So where is my template? So this is my template. I'm just creating a quick machine from this template, and let's name it like MCS, then M for master. I already created one, right? Master image hyphen 02, and let me rename this as 01. No, then it will be confusing for me. Let me remove this 01.
Mahesh, basically we can give right click on any Windows OS machines, or how can
Hmm.
we do that?
Look, to create this template, now, what you have to
Yeah.
do, first you have to install an operating system. You can install a plain vanilla machine. Do not join that machine into the domain, right? Just create one, deploy the operating
Okay.
system, and once it will created now, just shut down the
Okay.
machine. Okay, then right click on machine, and
Okay.
you will get option here where it is convert to a template, right? So
Yeah.
this machine will automatically move to your templates, and from those templates again you can create any operating system. Why we are using those templates? To reduce our time, right? Otherwise the installation, like installing the entire OS, it will take time like 20 minutes or 25 minutes, right? So we do not want that. So as you can see,
Okay.
within seconds we have got new virtual machine. I'm doing
Mm.
nothing. I'm just trying to configure this machine as a master image, right? So first I have to join this machine into the domain. In the meantime, let's check here. Okay, it is almost done now. So in the meantime, what I can do, I can join this machine into my domain. And what name I have given to this? MCS hyphen M hyphen image hyphen 02. I'm not sure if it will take that long name. Let's try ABC. Yeah, okay. Okay, so what I did, I simply joined this machine into my domain, and then I will restart this. Go back here, initializing the components. Okay, this machine is into our domain now. Restart this machine. So basically,
I have one question.
mhm,
Yeah, like I have added the that VDA to the domain. So can we take that mission as MCS because I have added to that domain, right?
I will show you it. So in this, what I'm doing parallelly, we will create a gen desktop site and we will create master image together, okay, in this session. And machine catalog creation and delivery group creation, these are the very, very simple things, okay. So now this machine is into our domain. Now let me log into machine. Okay, this is done now, our installation part. Let me launch the studio. Okay, first let's create the site. Then we will go to the master image. Okay, let's wait for this. Hmm. Is there any way to reduce the resolution? It's very, very big. Hmm. Okay, this is a first look of Citrix Studio, right? So far, we have not configured any site, right? So now we have to create our first site. So whenever you will install the delivery controller, you will get three options, right? To set up a brand new site. If you have any physical machine in your machine, you can use that delivery controller to publish those physical machine. And third option, it is for the, if you want to scale up your deployment, means if there is any already like old delivery controller is running in your organization, you can connect this machine, this delivery controller with that, okay, for load balancing and for connection management. So we do not have any physical machine, we do not have any existing delivery controller, so we will create a fresh site. Click on the first option. Now it is asking to uh, have some site name. So I am from India, so I can mention India hyphen and my office location, like I am for Indore, so I can mention like Indore. Okay. In a same way, like you can mention like India will be your base location and Bangalore office or Delhi office or Noida office, whatever it is. You can mention like it should be identical, like someone will be able to under will be able to understand like which site is this by host name only, right? Click on next. In Citrix, we are having three types of database, like site database, monitoring database, and logging database. So basically, whatever the site configuration has been done, or that's we are doing right now, all those logs will be set up in the site database. Monitoring means whatever the hardware utilization is going on, hardware utilization, memory utilization, RAM, SSD, whatever it is, network utilization, all those kind of logs will be stored in the monitoring. And into the logging, like logging is for the Citrix administrator and for the users as well, like whatever the activities I'm performing, right, on Citrix Studio, all those logs will be stored in this database with my user account, time, date, when I logged in, what operation I performed, each and everything will be there in this log. So coming to the path, so as we have installed SQL Server on the local machine itself, right? So let me show you. Here is the SQL Server, right? So here we have mentioned the local host, right? So if you are having any separate SQL server, so what you can do, you can replace the local host with the IP address or the host name of that server. You can connect with other SQL database as well from here, right? So click on next. Now what it will do, it will create three database in the SQL server, the site database, monitoring database, and logging database. So by default, you will get a 30-day trial license from Citrix. So we are good to go with the 30-day trial. But if you have any existing license file, you can click on this option and you can allocate license. If you are having any license code, you can enter here. And if you are having any license file that is known as LIC file, the extension is .lic file. So you can browse that LIC file from your desktop or any shared network location and you can open it, right? So we do not have any license, right? So for education purpose, 30-day trial is completely fine. Next. Now it is asking for the hypervisor, right? So in the market, the popular players are Citrix, then your VMware, then your Hyper-V. Like earlier, it was known as the Hyper-V. Now, they guys rename their product to Microsoft System Center Virtual Machine Manager. Okay, so these are the three hypervisors most popular. If you do not have any hypervisor, you can select no machine management. In that case, what you have to do, you have to like use the physical machine, right? So, do you have any idea, like anyone have any idea what are the power managed machines and why we use hypervisors?
No, Mahesh.
Okay, so
सर इसमें
mm-hmm,
हाइपरवाइजर का यूज सर ये होता है कि
mm-hmm,
जैसे कि हम जो भी सारी मशीन को इंस्टॉल करते हैं तो उसका प्रॉपर तरीके से मेंटेन एक तरीके से कर ले।
right. So, what are the power managed machines like? You can see this is my hypervisor, right? This is my hypervisor, right? And my all the machines which I created in my hypervisor, all these machines are power managed machines. Why? Because I do not require anyone to go into my desk or into my office and to power on that machine manually, right? Like if you are having any physical machine located somewhere in your office or at your home, what you need someone who can turn on that machine, right? But we can power on that machine remotely only, right? So these are the power managed machines. Got it?
Yeah.
यस।
Okay. So now we are using Citrix hypervisor for sure. So we will go with Citrix hypervisor, but in Citrix, you can add VMware workstation, not workstation, VMware vSphere client, or you can also connect your Hyper-V or System Center Manager. Okay, but we are having hypervisor, right? So now here we have to add our hypervisor address, right? So in my case, it's HTTPS. Not I'm not using HTTPS. Colon double slash 192.168.10.101. Username will be root. Let me enter the password for root user and connection name I can mention like Jan server -01. And what we are using here? We are using Citrix machine creation services right now, right? Not provisioning services, right? In PBS also you can add the hypervisor. Next. It will validate the credentials. Okay. So in the storage, we are having two options here, like to use the shared storage, but in production, you will always find the network storage only, right? So in production, this option will be enabled, but we do not have any network storage like NAS or SAN device with us, right? So we will use the local storage of hypervisor on which we will deploy the virtual machines. Next. Perfect. These are the OS selection. Our OS will be on local storage and temporary files will be on the same storage. Next. Now asking for network name. So let me enter Jan-N-01. So Jan is for Jan server and for network and 01 for Jan server 01. So it should be identical, right? So that kind of naming convention I am following here. Okay. Next. FB server we do not require. Next. This is the summary, whatever we have selected, and now click on finish. So it will take a while. Now, in the meantime, what we can do, we can configure the master image. So this is our machine. So basically, whatever the applications I will publish to my end users, all those applications will be installed on this server only, right? So before configuring this as a master image, we can install few applications here, right? So let me open that path where I store the applications. So I can publish a WinRAR. Let's copy WinRAR into this machine. Where it gone? Okay, it's copying WinRAR. Then let's pick that free version of Office. It's not Microsoft Office. It's a Kingsoft Office. So few small applications I'm installing in this server.
Normal in real time scenario, what applications they have like
Mm-hmm. In production, you will get the production applications means like your Microsoft Teams, Outlook, or maybe other application like some like
Mhm.
companies are having their own products, na? So they
Yeah,
will
yeah.
create their own applications, right? So those applications we have to perform, we have to publish. Or most of the time you have to publish URLs only. I will let you know how to do that with the help of Google Chrome or because like if someone is using ServiceNow or any other tool, right? So server is set up somewhere else, right? But they guys are accessing those resources over the web browser only. So let's install the WinRAR first. Click OK, done. Then we can go with the Chrome. Let's see what is going on with our site. It is creating. Let's install the Google Chrome. And in the meantime, let's install that Office as well. So these are the few demo applications I'm installing, right? In production, you will get some different application, but process will be the same. You have to install that application on any machine, right? Okay, our Chrome installation is done. Okay, so Studio is configured now. This is a first look of Citrix Studio, right? If I talk about the machine catalogs, so machine catalogs are it is a collection of physical or virtual machines. What is delivery group? With the help of delivery group, you can configure the machine catalogs, like you can publish the machine catalogs to the end users or group. With the help of application, you can publish the applications to end user. Policies, you can set up few policies for our, Citrix receiver or end user client so that we can restrict our end user to, copy or to move data from VDI to their personal devices, right? So those kind of restrictions we can do. Into the logging part, as I told you, we are having the logging database. So This is my user account, right? Whatever the operations I have performed on this, like I have created one desktop site, right? So the start time, you can see the end time and the status, right? So in a same way, if any Citrix engineer is logging into any shift, whatever he is doing, all those logs will be stored here. Okay. Configuration we will cover after that video one. So okay, installation has been done. So let me do it quickly. So guys, I'm just installing, I'm just creating the master image, right? So basically, what is master image, right? So like you can see in your organization, right? You guys are having multiple departments like HR departments and finance department or IT department, right? So like every department having their different application requirement, right? Like IT department might having required some IT tools, right? Or remote desktop services or Active Directory, right? Or those kind of things, right? But those services are useless for HR team. Why? Because they only need the Outlook Teams and some Zoom application or maybe some payroll application or URL, right? And coming to the finance team, so what finance team required? They again required like Outlook Teams and some finance related tasks like Tally maybe or SAP, those kind of things, right? So what we will do, like we are having multiple like hundreds of users in HR department or in any other department, right? So for every department we will create one master image, right? In that master image, whatever the software is required for that particular department, we already installed it and we will configure that machine as a master image. And whenever in future if any new joiners join, so we do not have to create the desktop again and again, we do not have to install all the applications again and again, right? So what we will do, for for an example, you got 20 new joiners in your organization and then you got a requirement like 20 virtual desktop needs to be published to the new joiners. So what you can do, you can simply copy master image and you can create 20 virtual desktop with the help of that master image for that department within a minute, right? So that is the only reason for to create the master image. So now what I have done, I have installed the required software, right? Now, let me mount the Citrix ISO media. And now we will configure this as a master image. So, install or run a program, click on yes. हाँ हाँ आ रहा हूँ. Guys, give me a minute. Hello, guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, Mahesh, I can hear you.
Yes.
I think something went wrong. I'm not sure. I lost connection to my server. That screen is not responding. Okay, let me terminate the RDP connection. Let me try to take remote again. Now it's working. Okay, so now we have to configure this machine as a master image, right? So now our requirement is to publish both the things like application and desktop, right? So click on second option. Now you can see delivery controller we have already configured, right? We do not require anything now. We have to create the machine and machine catalog from this image, right? So to configure any machine as a master image, we have to install that VDA agent on that machine, right? So I'm okay. Can someone tell me why it is showing VDA agent for multi-session OS?
This is server OS based machine. That's why it's showing multi-session.
Right. If I install that VDA agent on Windows 10 machine now, so it will show single session OS. Okay, got it?
Yeah.
Let's click on this one. So now what we are doing here, we are using the MCS services. So now your question, like, yesterday the issue you were facing now, your machines are not getting published over there, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
on that time you are not using MCS. Why? Because MCS is only applicable with hypervisor only, right? Or if you are using any physical machine, in that case you have to select that option while installing the VDA agent. Got it? But right now we are using the master image. Oh, sorry, we are using the MCS, so we will go with the first one. If you are using Citrix provisioning services like PBS, in that case you can select second option, right? But if you are using any physical machine, you can select this one.
For first time we are creating master image, we need to select the first option, right, Mahesh?
Yes, first option. No, first option, if your machines are hosted on the hypervisor, right?
Okay.
If your machines are not on the hypervisor, in that case you have to select this option. Why? Because those machines will be considered as a physical machine. Okay.
Okay.
So right now we are going with the first option. Click on next. Virtual delivery agent is required. This is optional. We do not want to install the workspace app on a virtual machine, right? Click on next. Go with the default one. These are the advanced kind of thing like FB and other stuff that we will cover on high level classes if you will be there with me. So click on next. Now it is asking to add the delivery controller, right? So DDC -01 dot abc.com. So that is my delivery controller. Let me test connection. It is connected. Click on add. If you are having more than one delivery controller, you can add multiple delivery controller here, right? So you can do that. Like let me, I'm having one more delivery controller like ddc dot abc.com. Right now this delivery controller is powered off, but I can add it. Why? Because I can use it later on. Okay, let it be. Do not add. So now click on next. Windows Remote Assistant feature. It is basically for the like Windows 10 machine, not for the server. So we are not going to use this. Click on next. This will be the ports which will be open during the installation. These are the installation summary. Click on install. So guys, again, it will install some components, right? And it will ask to restart the machine multiple times. So we are only having 1 minute remaining. So what I will do, let's take a break for a 5 minutes. Okay. Then we will, I will send new invite to you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye.
Okay.